Okay, ladies, we're about to begin the Touchstone 3, Unit 7 to 9 speaking test. Here are your 6 questions. You have 5 minutes. You're going to ask and answer the questions with your partner, have a conversation, and you cannot stop speaking for those 5 minutes. All right. And of course, only in English. While you are speaking, I'm going to take notes of the good things and the bad things. And at the end, I'm going to give you some feedback. All right. Paola, I want you to ask the first question and then have like a, continue the conversation, that's all I want you to do. So Paola, ask the question, Marifer, get ready to answer. And remember, when you answer the questions, give as much information as possible and also ask more questions, okay? So you can speak for 5 minutes. Paola, when you're ready, let me know.
Now,
Okay, 5 minutes.
Michael, what kind of people do you get along with best?
I get along with people who people are nice and friendly.
You are friendly?
I think so.
Okay, tell me about one of your friends.
Her name is Emily. She is my best friend, and she's tall and friendly and very smart.
She have great grades.
I think
Okay, if you could change something about your life, what would you change?
I don't know. Be the Kyler's daughter.
What did you say?
I don't know. I'm happy with my life.
Can you repeat it, please?
I happy with my life. I don't wanna change something.
Okay, what will you do if you found $1 million?
I will buy an airplane and maybe use the money for my studies.
Oh, that's cool. And what career do you like to study?
I don't know.
Where do you like to study?
I don't know. I'm in middle school.
Okay, who do you talk when you have a problem?
I don't talk with anyone. I only think with myself.
Okay, do you know how to dance or and cook?
No, I don't know to dance and cook, but I think I'm great in just dance.
But you always burn all of them. Well, anyway, do you like to dance?
Yes.
And cook?
Yes, but I don't like wash the dishes.
I agree.
You always wash the dishes.
Yes, and my hands are like this dry.
You're like a mom or grandma.
It's your turn to ask me.
Okay. What kind of people do you get along with best?
I think with people who think the same like me because I don't know a lot of people who think like me. And it's sad because I think a lot.
What do you think?
In life, a lot of things about life and I don't know how to say in English. But yes, like a lot of things. But things like nobody thinks on that, you know?
No. Okay. Tell me about one of your friends.
Her name is Alejandra. She study English with us and she's shy and so smart. And I think she likes to draw, but if she don't, she's so good at that. And
Uh,
she does two sports.
do you know which sport?
I think she dance ballet and swim.
Okay. If you could change something about your life, what would you change?
Nothing. I think everything in my life now, uh, I like it, and I never change yet.
Me either. What would you do if you found $1 million?
Well, I think I do. I find um place and do a donation to an extinction of animals because I love animals and I think is I don't remember how to say in English and but it's bad, you know?
Thank you.
You will. Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, actually, we went a little bit over time, which is okay. It's okay. All right, good. Ladies, you have a lot of fluency. You have a lot of fluency. That's
And
great.
mistake.
Oh, of course, you made some mistakes. That's normal. It's normal, But that's why we're here, to correct our mistakes. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about them. I get along with people who nice and friendly. I get along with people who nice and friendly. Hmm. There's a little word that is missing here.
Are
Yeah, exactly. I get along with people who are nice and friendly. Good job. You know this. Um, I don't want to change something. All right. So the difference between something and anything is something that we need to talk about. Okay. So usually we use something with affirmative statements or offers or requests. When you want to give something, hey, do you want water or something? I am offering you. And if I am requesting, I can use something. Mm, could I have some chips or something? If it's affirmative, it's offer, it's a request, then we can use something. And we're going to use anything for everything else, like negative sentences or negative statements, and just general questions. In this case, I don't want to change something. That's a negative sentence. So we don't say something, What do we use instead of something?
Anything?
Anything, right? I don't want to change anything. That's better. No quiero cambiar nada. I don't want to change anything. All right, the next one. Oh yeah, I'm going to leave that there in case you want to screenshot it later. I don't talk with anyone. I only think with myself. Okay. Solo pienso conmigo mismo. No, in this is kind of tricky, so I'm going to give it to you. As I only think to myself. Pienso, I think to myself. All right, think to myself. There is no like logical explanation for this. This is just what it is. You know, solo pienso, I only think to myself. Okay. This next one, you know this next mistake. Maybe I think it just slipped. I don't like wash dishes. What is the correct way to say this?
Like to?
Like to, yeah. I don't like to wash dishes. And I know you, most of these mistakes, you know them. It's just that sometimes when we're speaking, you know, because we're speaking fast or because we want to, you know, talk, we forget some little things. And that's so fine. We call those slips. Slips are like when you make a mistake, but it's not that you don't know how to say it. It's just sometimes you're speaking fast, or maybe you're thinking about other things and it's just a little mistake, but that doesn't mean that you don't know. It just means that, you know, se te pasó, and that's fine. Paola said, I like people who think the same like me. Now, we haven't seen this yet, but right here, the correct thing to say would be is, I like people who think the same as me. As me. Okay? Think the same as. That would always go together. Think the same as. Oops. I like people who think the same as me, who think the same as her, who think the same as him. All right? And what do you think? In Spanish, we say, ¿en qué piensas? No? And en is in, ¿qué piensas is what do you think? But in English, ¿en qué piensas would be, what do you think about? Oh my God. What do you think about? What do you think about? And then Paola said, I think things that nobody think in.
And I think it's knows. Nobody knows.
Yeah, okay, when nobody knows, but it's not in, the things about. I think things that nobody knows about. And remember, with the verb think, we always use about or of. I think about things that nobody knows about or that nobody thinks about. Okay, so always remember that think goes with about or of. I think of things, I think about things. Okay, Paula?
Yes.
Okay. And the last one. When you were talking about Alejandra, you said, I think she does ballet and swimming. Okay. You said, I think she does ballet and swim, but it's, I think she does ballet and swimming. Okay. Whenever we're talking about, you know, sports, it's usually the ing. She does ballet. When you do something, something is a thing. So we're not talking about the verb. We need to use a gerund, and the gerund is the ing. I think she does ballet and swimming. And one little thing, if she don't, what is the mistake here?
Doesn't.
If she doesn't. Okay, good, good, good. So I see that, Paola, you got a 85 on the grammar test. That's excellent. On the speaking, I'm going to give you a 90, all right? Marifer, I see that you got a 95 on the grammar. Good job. And on the speaking, I'm also going to give you 90. Now, I took 10 points because of some of the little mistakes that you made, but everything else is great. Okay. Everything else is great. You have a lot of fluency. You speak with confidence, and that's amazing. You're only teenagers, you know, I think you're 13 years old. How old are you, Paula and Marifer?
13.
Yeah, you're 13 and you're speaking better than most students that I know who are adults. That's amazing. You are the future of Mexico and you have wonderful pronunciation. So 90 and 90. Paola, that gives you an average of 88. And Marifer, that gives you an average of 93 for these last 3 units. Do you have any questions?
Where's noses?
What is what?
Noses.
How
Or
do you
some.
how do you spell it?
I know.
Where did you see the word?
In a video, I was on TikTok and then I saw a video of the cast of Marvel, and yes, they're speaking, and he says like noses who or something like that.
Oh, nonsense. No?
Okay, it's because he speaks really weird. I think he is Brit or
British.
something.
Yeah. So nonsense means como, oh, how can I say that in Spanish? Nonsense como si tonterías. You know, like what you're saying is not true or what you're saying doesn't make sense. Like tonterías, nonsense. You can say the expression nonsense when the other person is saying something that is a lie or what they're saying is difficult to understand, you know, like that's a lot of nonsense. Like I can't understand. No tiene sentido. No sentido. Nonsense. So no tiene sentido. Somebody is talking in a different language. That's a lot of nonsense. And somebody is lying to you. That's nonsense. Okay. So it's an interesting word and we're going to see it in the next level. All right, Paula.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Marifer, any questions? No. I'm going to take that as a no. Well, ladies, thank you so much. You may leave the class. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay,
Thank
see you.
you.
Have a nice day. So let's start quickly. Hold on, let me get my charger because my computer's about to die. All right. So Alejandra, can you hear me? Alejandra?
Yes, yes.
All right. So I have these 6 questions here, okay? You have 5 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for you. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You're going to ask and answer the questions, you know, with your partner, Jenner, with Alejandra, Alejandra with Jenner. And you cannot stop speaking for these 5 minutes. Use these questions as a guide, but also make sure that you ask other questions, you know, follow-up questions, how we always practice in class, you know. And remember, when you answer a question, give details, you know, give more information so the conversation can be more interesting. All right. Well, Jenner, you begin by asking Ms. Martel the question.
Okay, Alejandra, what kind of people do you get along with best?
Well, with my family and my best friends. And you?
Okay, tell me about one of your friends.
Well, my best friend is so outgoing, very friendly, and I know her since elementary school.
Okay, if you could change something about your life, what would you change?
Um, Nothing. I'm okay.
Okay, what would you do if you found $1 million?
Maybe I will buy a house
Okay,
with
who
my
do
family,
you, okay, who do you talk to when you have a problem?
with my mom. Always I talk with my mom.
Okay, and the last one, do you know how to dance and cook?
Um, I can dance, but I know how to cook a little bit. Maybe when sometimes I cook cupcakes. I ask him.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Jenner, what kind of people do you get along with best?
I get along with best with people that have the same, they like the same things like me.
Okay, that's good. Tell me about one of your friends.
My best friend, his name is Eric, and they is small and they is very outgoing. He likes basketball like me. He's very intelligent, I think, and that's it.
Okay, that's so cool. If you could change something about your life, what will you change?
I would change the city when I live because I want to live in the north of Mexico, like Monterrey or something like that.
Why?
Because I like the weather in the north because in in summer is very hot and I like hot, and in winter is very cold and I like cold.
Okay, yes, that's good. Um, what would you do if you found $1 million?
I will travel to over the world to I would buy a very big house and I will stay with my family.
Okay. Um, who do you talk to when you have a problem?
I talk with my mom about problems because she always helped me in my problems and she gives me like, how do you say consejos?
Advice?
Advices?
Advice, no S.
Advice. She gives me advice.
Okay, that's so cool. And do you know how to dance and cook?
I don't know how to dance, but cook. I learned. I think with my I cook with my mom because she always likes to cook with me.
Okay, that's so fun.
You still have a little bit of time. But we can cut it right there. We're gonna cut it. Hold on. Jenner, I think you have to leave, right? It's 3:35.
Yes, teacher.
All right, Jenner. Yes, thank you, man. I know you had to go to basketball practice, so it's fine. Thank you for coming to the class and for taking the test, okay?
Thanks, teacher. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too. All right. All right. And Alejandra, well, because you are the only one here, you're going to help me correct Jenner's mistakes. All right. So first, I think this was your little detail right here. Always I talk with my mom. How can I fix that, Alejandra?
Mm,
You need to change 2 words.
I talk with my mom always. Yeah.
No, always goes before the main verb. So you would say, I always talk with my mom. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And sometimes I cook cupcakes. See, cook cupcakes is not correct because cook means on the stove and cupcakes are made in the oven. So there are 2 things you could say. Sometimes I bake cupcakes or sometimes I make cupcakes. In my opinion, I love to use make more because it's better. Because you can use make for everything, for things in the microwave, things on the stove, in the oven, on the grill, you can use make. It's like the verb you can use for any type of cooking process. Like I can make tacos, make rice, make cupcakes, make cookies, make chorizo, make tacos. You can use make with anything. And I recommend that you use make. Cook is fine, but make is more universal. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, so that, well, anyways, bake cupcakes or make cupcakes, that's the right way to say it. And I like people who likes the same things as me. There is one little mistake here. Do you know what it is?
I like people.
No?
No.
All right,
Well,
so tell me. Huh?
likes.
What should it be?
I think it's not correct.
What should it be?
Like.
Like, exactly. I like people who like the same things as me. Why? Because people is plural and you need to use
Plural.
a verb, a normal verb or a base verb with plural nouns. All right, and the pronunciation. I need to help you with the pronunciation of this word. This word is pronounced could. Repeat after me, could.
Good.
Yeah, the L is silent, could. This next word, change. Change. Don't forget the j at the end, change. All right, repeat after me, change.
Change.
All right, cool. And this word, dollars. Repeat after me, dollars.
Dollars.
Yeah, dollars. Dollars. And now Jenner said this. I like hot. I like cold. Me gusta el calor. Me gusta el frío. It would be like this. I like the heat and I like the cold. Yes, in this case we use the. Heat es el calor. The heat, el calor. The cold, el frío. You can also say, I like hot weather and cold weather. Or simpler, I like hot and cold weather. All right.
Okay.
That's all. Well, Ms. Martel, you got 80 on the grammar and all of the digital test. And right now you got 95. You're really good at speaking. And that's really good. So for these last 3 units, your average is 88. Okay? 88.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No.
No? All right. Well, thank you so much, Alejandra. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, see you. Have a nice day.
Thank you too. Well, ladies, just like the other students, these are your 6 questions. You have 5 minutes to have a conversation using these 6 questions above, and you need to speak the whole 5 minutes. Do not stop speaking before the 5 minutes are over. Okay? I'm going to set a timer for you for 5 minutes. And well, make sure that you give detailed answers and ask follow-up questions. All right. You can ask the questions one, or one person asks all the questions and another person responds and vice versa. All right. But Jasmine, you begin. Ask Adriana the first question.
Okay. What kind of people do you get along with the best?
I think with people who are like me.
Excuse me?
I think with people who are like me.
Why?
Because I think we can understand them.
I agree. Okay, tell about one of your close friends.
I only have one friend, his name is Luciana. She's like me, and let me think. She had 13 years.
Okay, what would you do if you found $1 million?
If I had $1 million, I think I buy clothes or things for my parents.
Okay, if you could change something about your life, what would you change?
To understand more the people's something like that, I guess.
Okay, who do you call when you have a problem?
I call my mom because I think she can understand more.
Okay, and do you know how to cook or dance?
I learning to cook and I don't like dance. Okay, let's change. Jasmine, what kind of people do you get a long time with? Yes.
I think with people outgoing.
Okay, tell me about one of your close friends.
My classmate's friend is Sarah. She's outgoing, reliable, and very funny.
Will you get along with me?
Yes.
Okay, what would you do if you found $1,000,000?
I would ask who would dare to return them.
I don't understand you. Can you repeat that, please?
Yes, I would ask who dare to return them.
Okay, if you could change something about your life, what would you change?
I wouldn't change anything. Anything.
Do you like your life?
Yes, yes I do. I really like.
Okay, who do you call when you have a problem?
My friend Sarah.
Okay, stop. Thank you so much, ladies. Let me give you some feedback. Feedback. All right. First, you did really good. You did really good. Now, Adri, next time, I just want you to speak a little louder, okay? Because it's kind of difficult to understand. Same thing with you, yes, Jasmine. You got to speak a little bit louder so we can understand you better. Here we go. I think we can understanding. Te preguntó Jasmine. Jasmine asked you, like, why do you like people who think like you? And you said, I think we can understanding. I imagine that you wanted to say, creo que nos podemos entender. Right, Alejandra? Right, Adriana?
Yes.
Okay. This is something that we haven't learned yet. So let me tell you, I think we can understand each other. Each other es que nos entendemos a cada uno, a cada una. O nos entendemos en español sería. Nos entendemos, we understand each other. Okay. So that's a good one. That's a good expression. Maybe you can write it down in your notebook. His name is Luciana. His name is Luciana. Not correct. Because Luciana is a girl, isn't she?
I say here.
Her. Okay, her name is Luciana. If you said her, I'm sorry, I heard wrong. And then you said she have 13 years. That's not correct. What would be the correct sentence right here? She is what?
She's 13 years old.
She's 13 years old, exactly. Good, see, you know this, it just slipped. I think with people outgoing. I think with people outgoing, okay? Now, who do you get along with best? Or what kind of people do you get along with best? Con qué tipo de gente te llevas mejor? Yo creo que con la gente sociable, ¿no? Así se dice en español. Con la gente sociable. I think with people who are outgoing. Or I think with people that are outgoing, that's really important to have who or that and a verb. Okay. I would ask who there to return it. When Adriana asks you, what would you do if you found $1 million? You would say, I would ask, not who there to return it. I would ask whose it is to return it. Preguntaría a quién le pertenece para regresarlo. I would ask whose it is to return it. All right. Eso de whose no lo hemos visto en preguntas indirectas. Eso lo vamos a ver en el nivel 5. Así que como no lo sabemos, no te preocupes. Ahí está. Tómale captura, tómale apuntes. And the last one. Yes, I do. I really like. Yes, I do. I really like. What is a mistake here? You know, she asked you, do you like your life? Yes, I do. I really like. There is one mistake here. I really like. That's the mistake. What is a mistake? You don't know? Adriana? Jasmine?
No.
Me gusta mi vida. I really like it. You can say, yes, I do. I really like my life. Or yes, I do. I really like it. Nunca pueden tener like al final de una afirmación. It doesn't make sense. You need to have like it, like them, like something, like someone. In the questions, it's okay, you know. You can say, what does your mom look like? What's your mother like? And that's fine. But in an affirmation, no, I really like it, them, etc. All right. And those are your mistakes. Adriana, you got 90 on the other test. On this one, you got 90 as well. And Jasmine, the same thing, 90. All right. So your average is 90 and 90 for these last 3 units. Remember, you only made a little bit of mistakes. That's good. That's really, really good. Your fluency is amazing. I remember when we started together last year, you have learned so much and I am happy about that. Okay. So thank you for coming to the class, and tomorrow we're going to check the test. Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Okay, see you.
Have a nice day.